Find some plays. So I ran a live stream last night, and what do we have? We're on Sydney Affolter under 11.5 points. She's at 2. Man, I was fucking crushing, bro. They were 5.5 point underdogs. They're crushing. So we're on Affolter under 11.5 points. And then we have some good-looking underdog slips. So he's already out of the game. He gave up Bowden Francis. He gave up 5 runs. The Yankees fucking clobbered him. So he's out of the game. But anyways, what book do people want to start on? There's a ton of value. We got a ton of sports today, which is a good thing. And there's a shit ton of value on PrizePicks, on FanDuel. Man, on everything. I'm overwhelmed. So we'll have to pick a book. What book do people want to start on? Happy Sunday. Let's find some plays. Should we start on PrizePicks? So I already gave out a couple PrizePicks plays for today on Twitter. So Yandy Diaz under 9 hitter fantasy score. Anyway, so we'll have to see how everything works out. But let's take a look and let's see what we have. So the first play, this play keeps getting better. There's been a lot of line movements in the Heat game, but is Rozier over 3.5 rebounds? So PrizePicks sometimes bumps things, pretty fast. Rozier's only gone over 2 out of the past 5 games, but you can see the market has his over heavily favored. So honestly, should we do PrizePicks first? What do people think? NHA for sure. The people want Dabble. Okay, so maybe we'll start out on PrizePicks. So we'll start out with PrizePicks. Let's just run a slip, and then we can go over to Better or Dabble or something like that. So what do people think about Rozier rebounds? Checks out from a value perspective. Again, the way that PrizePicks works, anyone new here, you take a dude to go over or under, or a girl, you get the same payout regardless. So basically the first step is you want to compare the lines on PrizePicks to the rest of the market. Like you have all these sports books posting odds. FanDuel's, a little more aggressive on Rozier's over than, let's say, DraftKings. But they both have his over, pretty heavily favored. Or we could take his RA line at 7.5. Slightly worse value. But if you don't like his rebounds line, you can also go with his RA line. So we have Rozier over 3.5 rebounds. And then there's also Bam over 3.5 assists. So I already gave out Bam over 21.5 points plus assists. But honestly, if there's a lot of line discrepancies in the Heat game, maybe we'll lock in some more plays for the Heat game. In these plays, they pair pretty well together. I'm not sure what the game is on the money line. I'm sure it's pretty competitive. So the Pacers are small favorites, minus 140 favorites. So if the game's not a blowout, maybe Rozier or Bam get more minutes. They're both more likely to go over. I don't know. Those plays seem to pair pretty well together. There's also Butler rebounds. I love betting Nurkic. Nurkic is the one player who every fucking time I've bet him this season, it's worked out. So we have Nurkic over 10.5 rebounds. He can get that in a quarter, and it checks out from a value perspective. You can see here FanDuel has just ripped him to being a minus 158 favorite to go over. But let's see what else we have. Let's see what else we got. So Tyler Hero's back. I feel like I haven't placed a bet on Tyler Hero all fucking season. Or at least for a while. But anyways, Tyler Hero's back, so there's also some value showing up on him. But let's just get in a play, and then we can move on to Better. Or we can do another PrizePicks slip. Again, there's just a fuck ton of value right now. So obviously Embiid's back. But again, all that stuff is priced into the market. Embiid's back, whatever. Maybe you think Maxey is more likely to get less rebounds. He had 9 rebounds against the Heat. But again, it's priced into the market. You can see all the books have, Tyrese Maxey as a big favorite to go over. Ooh. And then we got Jaren Duran under 1.5 bases. I was on Red Sox money line last night. They fucking lost. They were up 1-0, lost on an error to end the game. But anyways, DeRozan points plus assists. So I do like that. So let's go with DeRozan points plus assists. And then we can lock in our first PrizePicks. Whoa, did they bump something or move something? Why is it saying I only got 3 picks? Oh, I guess I didn't select the Maxey pick yet. So we got Maxey over 3.5 rebounds. Again, I have super shitty betting limits on PrizePicks, so I'm going to move on from PrizePicks here in a sec. But I figured, whatever, let's just get into play for anyone who wants to tail. And let me put this in the chat. So here's the link. Oh, Embiid's out. Embiid's out. So I guess that makes sense. Yeah, fuck Boston. Dude, I mean, yeah, I was watching that game. Yeah, fucking Red Sox. Reached on an error to third. 2 people scored. Absolute bullshit. I had Red Sox money line in a parlay. But, anyways, new day. So here's the first PrizePicks play. But what we can do is apparently Sleeper has promos. Yo, let's go. So they have promos on Durant and LeBron. And again, like, I mean, I know I've said it in other streams, but Sleeper is a book. It's really hard to find value in general because they charge so much juice. So in general, like, you know, I don't place bets on Sleeper. I like Sleeper. I think it's like a nice interface and stuff like that. But if you look at Sleeper and they don't have a lines posted, what the fuck is going on? But if you look at Sleeper, like, they just charge a ton of juice. Minus 127, minus 132, minus 145, minus 116, like, minus, you know, like this book is minus 128, minus 107. Sleeper's minus 145, minus 116. So they're offering worse odds on Siakam on both his over and his under. So in general, you know, I don't play Sleeper aside from the promos, but just betting the promos, you know, they run these promos a couple times a week. Just betting the promos, up $500 this year. Just taking advantage of the discounts, which are a max bet size of like $10. But anyways, we got Durant over 18.5 points, and then we also have LeBron. So what we need to do now is just find some things to pair. So usually what I do is just try to find, you know, these, like, regardless of what we bet, these discounts are going to be profitable. But usually what I try to do is just find, you know, something halfway decent so we can put Bovada back in. I mean, we can look at whatever books. But let's just lock in these Sleeper promos real quickly. So we got Sleeper. Shit, man. So let's see. Sleeper. Anyways, where is this, bro? Sleeper. Anyways, so Sleeper, let's just find some picks to go with. I mean, what do we like for tonight? I was already on Luka's over. That game's about to start. But what we can do is just try to find something, you know, we can just try to find something to pair with. So we're already on Durant's over. What do we like for tonight? Man, I like Vukovic over 2.5 assists. So we can play that for the sleep. You need at least a 3x to play the promo. So what else do we like? We're already fading DeRozan. Do we want to fade DeRozan again? Under 25.5 points? Yeah, I fuck with it. So we can fade DeRozan for the first Sleeper promo. And then for the second one, what else do I like? I like Benchero. Caruso points. Let's move on to the Suns game. Zion, Booker. Let's move on to the Raptors game. I'm just trying to see. I mean, again, like, whatever we bet with this promo is going to be profitable. OG Anunoby, Giannis, DiVincenzo. So let's fade DiVincenzo. I'm a fan of that. Guy's fucking bitch. But anyways, we got DiVincenzo's under. So we got 2 picks on Sleeper. You know, just trying to move quickly, get something in for the promo. But what we should do now is maybe let's look at, like, Underdog. And some people were mentioning Dabble in the chat. So let's see if Underdog and Dabble have anything. Then we can go back to PrizePicks. But it looks like there's a shit ton of value on Underdog Fantasy right now, man. Everyone's asleep. Everyone's asleep at the wheel. And we got in a bunch of good plays on Underdog, which actually look, you know, we got a good start. 1, 2, 3 for 3. And then hopefully Bohm stays under. So good start from last night's live stream if you were on it. But let's take a look at Underdog and let's see what we got here. So we got our 2 Sleeper plays in. So we got Bridges under 8.5 rebounds. They're playing the Thunder, so this game could be an absolute blowout. So, you know, they're actually only plus 300 underdogs, which is a little surprising. But again, like, you know, why don't we just play this on PrizePicks? There's, you know, PrizePicks probably has him, you know, they have his line at 8. So it doesn't seem like a big difference, 8.5 versus 8. But obviously it really matters long term. So then what we can do is we can ride Rozier. We're already on his rebounds line on PrizePicks, so maybe we take his RA line. So these two plays pair well together. And then do we want to fade Halliburton? So I don't want to fade Halliburton with Rozier. I don't love that. We could take Mikic rebounds plus assists. I don't think that pairs horribly. Or we could fade DeRozan again. Anyways, let's see if there's anything else that kind of strikes our eye. So maybe we just go with an esports play. You know, fuck it, whatever. And you can see they already bumped Bridges. Dude, this book is insane. So they bump things quickly. So I guess we're not going to take that play. But on the bright side, we have this line on Mikic, which hopefully doesn't move, which is over 9.5 RAs. So you can see market has ripped Mikic, who's been on fire. He's been playing really well, to be a big favorite to go over. So we can just take 3 overs in this slip. Which I don't have any problem with. So let's take a look here at CS2 lines. You know, or sorry, this is Valorant. So if you take a look at PrizePicks, like they have his line up at 31. PrizePicks definitely, and they already fucking locked it. Dude, are you serious? So they already locked, one of these. So I guess we're going to have to go to DeRozan. Again, this is the problem with underdogs. Sometimes on these streams, I mean, last night they weren't really moving anything. But sometimes I feel like they're just fucking bumping stuff. So we have DeRozan under 30.5 PAs. Which, again, we already got on PrizePicks, but might as well lock it in on Underdog. And then we already hit the sleeper discounts. So these are just a max of $10, but again, it adds up. So if you want to tail, this is what I got on Underdog. And I just got to remember to add these to the tracking sheet. Again, all the live stream plays are just tracked in the spreadsheet in the description on YouTube. So we'll have to see how everything works out. We could not detect your location. Come on, bruh. Come on. And they already fucking removed everything. So I guess we're not going to do Underdog on this stream. I mean, was anyone able to get that in on Underdog, or did they just bump it too quick? So let's look at Dabble. I mean, some of these plays are available on Dabble as well. So you can see, like, Underdog Fantasy, they just removed this play that we were going to lock in on Rozier. But on the bright side, it's available on Dabble, which is kind of another fantasy app. They used to have a ton of value. They smartened up a bit, but there's still some pretty good lines on Dabble. So what do we have? We have Rozier, RAs. So let's do a Dabble slip. So we got Rozier over 7.5 RAs. I mean, lines have been flying around in this game, so you can see FanDuel's moved him from -128 to -160 to go over. And again, like, that's information, you know? Sportsbooks don't just move lines for shits and giggles. Like, they're moving it because of lineup changes or because of where they're profitable customers, where sharp action coming in. So we got DeRozan under 30.5. And then we got Booker over 26.5 points. So in the Suns game. So, and maybe if we're lucky, we'll be able to find some. So we got Booker over 26.5 points. So this will be the 3-pick I lock in on Dabble. So if you want to lock it in, you know, go quick, because they sometimes bump these things quickly. But 3-pick entry. And again, some of these books are really janky with streaming software. So I'm going to have to disconnect my phone to lock it in. But that's what I'm going to lock in. So we got, what do we have here? DiVincenzo under 18.5 points. And then we got LeBron over 19.5 points. Then we got Durant over 18.5 points. And then we got DeRozan. So we're fading DeRozan on sleeper as well. DeRozan under 25.5 points. But anyways, let me lock in this play. 3-pick on Dabble. You know, they give you a 6x payout on these 3-pick entries, which is pretty solid. Which is why I'm, you know, the 6x payout is definitely good. Which is why I play a lot of 3-pick entries on Underdog and Dabble. But again, like, PrizePicks, they just give you, you know, 5x payout for 3-pick entries, which is super shitty. Which is why you don't want to play 3-pick entries on PrizePicks. But anyways, we were able to get that in. I mean, we could, while we're at it, do another Dabble slip if we wanted to. Again, like, some of these books move lines faster than other books. But it's good. Like, you want to see books moving lines because that means they actually think you got in a good play. So what we could do is we'll see if they end up removing this RA line or if we're going to be able to play it again. But let's see if there's anything else that, you know, kind of strikes our eye on Dabble. So we got Rozier, Bam, and then will we be able to take Booker again? So you can see they just completely removed Booker. And they'll probably add his line back up at like 27. So the hard part isn't like really the strategies to beat the Bucks. It's really just like getting the action down. Because again, did they already bump the play or remove the play on DeRozan points plus assists? Let's see. Bro, it's fucking insane. Anyways, what book do people want to look at? Should we do another PrizePicks slip? So they still have the play on DeRozan PAs. So what I can do is I can just lock in another. And there we go. So we can just lock in like another variation. So we have a PrizePicks 5 flex. I'm just trying to remember what I have to add in. So we got Rozier over 3.5 rebounds, Bam over 3.5 assists, and then DeRozan under 30.5 PAs. And this is on Dabble, and they give me a max bet size of 47.25. So we got 2 Dabble slips. Okay. And they already, so the Booker play, they bumped too quick. So we got Booker over 26.5 points. And then we got Rozier over 7.5 RAs. Anyways. Anyone have a preference? What book should we look at? Fliff, chalkboard, do more PrizePick slips, any Bovada or bet online plays. So let's take a look. I mean, we can look at a bunch of different books. Obviously, there's just so many fucking sports books. It's hard to, like, you know, it's hard to do everything on these streams. Like, let's filter in kind of all the main ones. Damn, so I didn't add Sleeper back in. But whatever, we got in the Sleeper promo plays. So let's go back here and let's just see if there's value, you know. Which books got some stuff? So what we can do, yeah, so like Fox, you know, again, I always say it, like ideally you use all these sports books. There's no reason not to have a sports book. You know, most of these books too, they like, you know, they give you money when you sign up. Like I got like all my friends even who don't bet on sports, it's like I'll tell them just sign up for FanDuel, bet $5 on a favorite. They give you $200 for free. Put it on others. Like, it's the easiest money you'll ever make. Like, when I signed up for FanDuel, I think it was a $750 deposit bonus. That's what got me into sports betting in the first place. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? I can deposit giddy under 16.5 RAs. But anyways, the best value seems to be Fox over 40.5 PRAs, plus 115. But let's see. So Dabble, you can see it cleared out quick. So it seems like all those plays fucking went away real quick. Fuck you. But on the bright side, maybe we will be able to get in an underdog play. So we got Hallie under 10.5 assists. He's hit or miss, man. But we have Hallie under 10.5 assists. And then we could throw in Schroeder threes or Hachimura under 4.5 rebounds. I mean, you know, I always like follow, you know, obviously a very data-driven approach, but so if you know, if we're able to get this in on Underdog, I'll try to give people time to bet it. And then we can do another PrizePick slip, but we'll see. Let's see if Underdog bumps this shit too quick. Hopefully not. And if you're just tuning in, what do we have, man? So we got this on PrizePicks. We got in a couple Dabble slips. 1, 2. And then we did the sleeper promos. But hopefully we can find some FanDuel plays and stuff like that. And then we have a Fliff play from last night, which looks like it's going to be sweaty. Sydney Affolter. Under 11.5 points. Damn, that game got close quick. So, I'm on the Cox money line. But anyways, And you can see they already locked DeRozan. Okay, so this is a fucking waste of my time. This is a waste of my time. Was anyone able to get that in on Underdog, or did it bump too quick? Because what you could do is just, like, replace it with Schroeder. I mean, if you really want an Underdog play, again, like, you know, something like this would work well as well. But let's do another prize pick slip while we're all still here. And let's see what we have. And they already bumped Tally. So it's just like, what the fuck, man? So you can see now they're just starting to bump everything. Which, again, is like, they know these lines are good, which is why they're trying to bump this shit quick. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. But, you know, they still got Rozier rebounds and Schroeder threes if you want to play. And this Rozier play just keeps getting better, man. And that's the one play they haven't bumped yet. So if you know, if you can get something in. So we do have Devin Booker PRs. So PRs for Booker. Where is it? Points plus rebounds over 30.5. They already bumped him up to 31.5. And they already bumped his RA line, which seemed to have a little bit of value too. So again, they're on top of it, man. But are there any other options that we like? I mean, we could like venture a little lower and like take an esports play, but honestly, I'm kind of just wasting fucking time talking about Underdog because they're probably going to bump whatever I put together pretty quick. But I do think this Rozier play is incredible. So maybe if we are able to get it in. This puts you above our daily limit. You cannot put more than $0 on entries till tomorrow. So now I'm definitely done with Underdog, which, by the way, is bullshit. Like, I hate how they do that. But you can see Hap's line is 11 here. PrizePicks definitely the sharper book. Davis line at 12.5. But anyways, women's college basketball, bro. So now I'm officially done with Underdog because they're not going to let me bet anymore, which is super annoying. I mean, it's not really fair, but whatever. That's just kind of how it is. So this Rozier line, I mean, like, it just keeps getting ripped. Like, all the books, I don't know, sometimes it's lineup driven. Dude, what the fuck, Luka? Mavs aren't doing anything, man. 2 rebounds and 2 points for Luka. But anyways, let's see what we have here. So let's do another slip. Rozier, do we want to take Rozier again? It's like, I don't know. Let's try to find some new plays. So let me get rid of Schroeder points PRA. So, like, you know, Bovada's the only book offering plus money here. Every other book has it like minus 115. But let's try to do another prize pick slip. So I'm going to put in PrizePicks and Better because there was a ton of value on Better as well. Again, like, all the other books have already at this point bumped Rozier's rebound line. They've either bumped it to 4 or they just completely removed it. Like, I'm not sure. What did PrizePicks do? So they just completely removed his normal rebounds line, which is fucking annoying. But again, that's kind of the battle, is these books are bumping things around. And it just depends. How hard do we want to go on Terry Rozier tonight? How many times do we want to ride him? But anyways, let's build a prize pick slip quickly. And, you know, let's get going. So this Rozier play is incredible. I mean, his RA line seems better. Like, sure, whatever. We could take Jimmy. Like, we could take Jimmy and pair him with Bam because we're already on Rozier, but it's kind of like, I don't really care if we're already on Rozier. I'd rather just get in the good plays. So I'm not sure if something has to be going on in this Heat game because these lines are fucking crazy, man. I mean, they are flying around and they already bumped it. So we are going to take Jimmy. So let's go here and let's start building a slip. And let me move quicker because it seems like these books are getting on top of shit now. So we got Nurkic over 24.5 PRAs. Man, I love this guy. He's only gone over 2 out of the past 5 games, it looks like. But you can see here, like, rest of the market all has his line at 25.5. So, okay, solid value there. And then what we can do is just try to, so now you can see like PrizePicks bumped it. It's only available on Better. But let's go here. So, dude, we are riding so many players on the Miami Heat. We are like Miami whores tonight, bro. But we got Jimmy over 4.5 rebounds. So where is this? Where is it? Please tell me they didn't bump it, man. And they already bumped it. Or they just removed it because they only have him as a demon and a goblin. Yep, so it's already gone. So, wow. PrizePicks decided to just start moving things really quickly. So what we'll do is let's just get a slip in. We got Bam over 21.5 PAs. Again, I'm not trying to move slow. It's just PrizePicks is bumping everything so fucking fast. We got DeRozan under 30.5 PAs, which again, we're already fading DeRozan a couple times, but that's fine. And then we need 2 final picks on PrizePicks, and then maybe we can go over to Better. They have some promos as well on Better. So we do have Tyler Hero assists. I mean, that doesn't pair well regardless with Bam points plus assists. We're on this Nurkic line. There's also Nurkic RAs. Fuck, okay, so let's move quicker. Do we like Nurkic RAs better? So I'm going to take Nurkic RAs. I think that's a little better. And then what I did do earlier, which I still think is applicable, is there was some good MLB value. So you can see on this slip, I had Dane Dunning under 27.5 and Alvarez over. Obviously, there's a little bit of correlation here. You know, if Alvarez has a good hitting game, please tell me they didn't bump something. So they didn't bump something. If Alvarez has a good hitting game, then, you know, Dane Dunning probably didn't have a good pitching game. It depends, you know, like if Alvarez has RBIs or whatever. And then we have Fox under 6.5 assists. So let's just get this in. But you'll see PrizePicks adds a payout shift for a 5 flex. But if you throw in the 6 pick, then they don't add it. So where the fuck is Fox assists? Okay, here it is. And let's just get this in. And then we have a PrizePicks 6 flex right here. And let me put the link in the chat. And again, like PrizePicks is just a little tricky. ParlayPlay discount. Look at Fliff. So let's look at ParlayPlay next. And here's the play. ParlayPlay Clark discount. LeBron discount, not Clark discount. So ParlayPlay has a discount. Again, like, you know, you can be a discount whore. So anyways, I put the PrizePicks link in the chat. Hopefully, was anyone able to tail it? If you want to tail it. But we got a PrizePicks 6 flex in. And there's good value. You know, we got a little bit of MLB correlation without a payout shift. But again, like, you just got to be a little careful. So, like, Nurkic, I mean, what are they doing, right? They have his line at 14. All the other books. FanDuel has his line not only higher at 14.5, but they have the over juiced or favored. Same thing with, you know, all these other books. ESPN, Dabble, like, all these other books have Nurkic's RA line at 14. Or, sorry, at 14.5. And most of them have the over favored. Anyways. So, what we can do now is let's do the ParlayPlay discount just real quickly. I mean, we might as well. Which isn't a book I use a lot, but, I mean, hey, if they have good lines, we'll take advantage of them. And obviously, basically, whatever we bet. Cam Spencer over 1.5 turnovers, plus 168. Where is it? So you can see, like, what's a little weird about these books is they put things in payout format, 2.68, which just means plus 168 odds. Or another option. Come on, Luca, bro. What the fuck are you doing, man? But another option is what we can do is we can play things. Sometimes what I do is you can, like, combine 2 promos into one. So, for example, they have this promo, I think they still have it, where essentially you can bump a line in your favor. So, like, if you really like this guy to go over, bump him to 30.5, take his over. His normal line is 31.5. But in this case, we'd want to take his under. PrizePicks has his line at 31. So already there's a little bit of value on the under. Underdog has his line at 30. So those are, two sports books, big companies, running models, taking bets, and they're saying, hey, his projection should be lower. So we can bump him in, So we got LeBron over 20.5 points, and then I just threw in an esports play, under 32.5, map 1-2. And we're betting 20 to win 62.60. So this is 20 to win 62.60. And then this is on ParlayPlay discount. So, do you guys want to do a better slip? I mean, I feel like it's... And it looks like the plays on Rozier moved anyways. We need Luka to fucking get to it. But, let's see what we have here. So let's go over to better. And, of course, it's going to make me log back in. And let's see if we can get in a better slip. And then we can look at Fliff. I mean, I know some people talking about Fliff in the chat. So better has a few promos going on right now. Dynamic, risk-free, you lose, you get your money back, whatever. But let's go to the Suns game. And let's start out with Nurkic, because I do like riding Nurkic. Man, I love riding Nurkic. So we got Nurkic over 10.5 rebounds, and it's bumped. Hoy. So they already bumped Nurkic. So maybe there's not enough value on better, and I just wasted my fucking time logging in. So what we can do, though, is we can see. Also, if you haven't used it yet on FanDuel, if you haven't used this yet, they have a 25% profit boost on, the game. So, like, I don't know, throw it on something. Maybe South Carolina minus 7.5, something like that. So hopefully it's halftime. And what do we have here, bro? So Sydney awful tear again. I think that's the only play we hit last night on Fliff. She's got 5 at the half, so okay, we'll have to see how that works out. But let's see if we can do a slip on better, which is a book, not as popular as PrizePicks, but there's some good value on it. So just for the people, I mean, like, they have some risk-free bets, stuff like that. So if we go to the Heat game, we got Bam over 3.5 assists. I mean, I don't want to pair Jimmy RAs. That doesn't make a lot of sense to pair Jimmy RAs with Bam assists. And then DeRozan, 2 of the plays are on DeRozan. So there's actually, like, not a ton of value. Unless you haven't used the promo already, then I guess, makes sense to kind of use the promo. But let's go to Fliff or something. And Fliff, FanDuel maybe. And see what we can find. Dude, so FanDuel, FanDuel always has a lot of value. Like, Grayson Allen to get a steal, minus 145 on FanDuel. All the other books have, this around minus 200. So sometimes it's the more niche markets where you find these line discrepancies. Steven Castle under 2.5 assists. Anyways, I haven't seen any plays yet for... So maybe we get this in on FanDuel. Bro, Luka's not doing shit, man. So maybe we get in a play on FanDuel. I mean, I didn't even realize. I don't look at FanDuel a ton. Or if you don't like, if you like Halliburton tonight, again, I always say, you should always be finding value. Regardless of your betting process, if you're betting something at minus 119 when another book is offering plus 132, you're getting ripped off. You're getting fucked. So, anyways. So we got Grayson Allen steals. I don't even know where this is on FanDuel. I don't think I've ever bet on a player steals on FanDuel. But if you just go to the Suns game, where is it? It's probably under player defense, steals. And you can see Grayson Allen minus 145. So 1+ steals, obviously the same as over half of a steal. It's basically just to get a steal. And you can see like all the other books have this around minus 180 with the, they have the over as a much bigger favorite. FanDuel's still giving you juice minus 145, but all the other books have the over favored. So maybe let's lock this in. And then on Twitter, I gave out a play already they have a profit boost, so a 30% profit boost for the Rangers game. So usually what I try to do is just like, okay, is there any value in the Rangers game? And just try to find some halfway decent line that we can go with. But fuck it. Grayson Allen to get a steal, minus 145. So when does the Suns game start? And when is Luka going to do anything? The one fucking game I bet on Luka, bro. Anyways, let's go here to player defense. And we got Grayson Allen to get a steal. And now I'm curious, how much is FanDuel going to give me on this shit? So they give me $250, which isn't bad. So I'll hit that. And then we can do another PrizePicks slip, or let's look at Fliff and maybe PrizePicks. So again, FanDuel, it's kind of like Dabble. It's just a little janky with when I'm streaming. So, but you'll see it on my picket. Like, here's all the plays we already locked in. But anyways, let's see what else we got here. So, should we run another PrizePick slip? I feel like we should. Zion rebounds. I mean, it's kind of more of the same. So maybe PrizePicks isn't kind of the book. So we can put in PrizePicks, Underdog, Dabble. Again, like, I don't wake up and know which book is going to have the most value. I mean, I wish I could, but we could also just run a player threes parlay. So if we refresh this, I mean, this is just a threes parlay. So what's going on? So you can see Underdog just released Grayson Allen's line 2.5 minutes ago. Because at first, like, it's not always clear, like, yo, why do we want to bet this now? Like, why is it just showing up? Underdog didn't have a player threes lineup for Grayson Allen until 5 minutes ago. You can see in the line movement chart, they dropped this line 5 minutes ago. And what about this Julian guy? I mean, you can see he's a heavy favorite to go over. Bet Online, pretty sharp book. They have him all the way at minus 165. And Underdog added this 40 minutes ago. And you can see, like, the market's kind of turned to move towards his over. So maybe sharp actions coming in on the over. Maybe lineup changes or he's starting. I mean, I don't know. But we could run a threes parlay on Underdog. And how's our ALEXM play looking? So this is down to Nizen. And ALEXM looks like it's going to be golden if they just finish off the game. It's in the 9th inning. But we can get in this on Underdog. So if you want to tail, again, they move things kind of quickly. So try to lock it in. But let's go over to Fliff too. Is there anything on Fliff? Anything attractive on Fliff? I feel like Fliff has, they definitely tightened up a bit, it seems like, in terms of the amount of value on it. But let's get in this play. And it's already all gone. Bro, fucking insane. So frustrating. So Underdog, they quite literally just removed everything. So they released Grayson Allen's line, and now it's gone. But anyways, I don't know. Hopefully someone maybe was able to get it in. Is there anything on Fliff? Any value? There was some value for the women's game that I saw this morning, but by the time I started streaming, it was fucking gone. So Fliff, usually some good bets start to show up once a lineup start being released. They're pretty slow to line movements, but haven't really seen much on Fliff today. And then kind of like PrizePicks, it kind of seems like, okay, it's kind of more of the same. And there's always some solid value on FanDuel, but obviously FanDuel's not in as many states as PrizePicks. It's not as popular of a book. At all compared to PrizePicks. Anyways, I'm not sure why this Grayson Allen play isn't showing up yet. Pick it sometimes, they just take a second to sync. But, should we try to do another PrizePick slip? Fuck. So, let's try to do another PrizePick slip. Again, they removed a lot of the really good plays that we already got in. But we have a 6 flex and a 5 flex from this stream. And a lot of the plays are kind of the same. So honestly, I'm just going to call this live stream a day for now. Doesn't seem like there's, underdogs bumping everything super quickly. PrizePicks, it seems like we kind of got in the best value. And then FanDuel, there's a bunch of value, but whatever. So appreciate you tuning in. Again, all the live stream plays, if they're not already tracked, like some of them I have to go through and add the exact PrizePick slips, but they're all tracked in the description on YouTube. So we got in some ParlayPlay slips, sleeper. Grayson Allen threes I got to add in. But anyways, thanks so much, and hopefully these